Okay.
Yes, okay, it's Mary. And we are reviewing Love is Blind.
Yes.
Nick said yes to Danielle. He did not free himself from the jail. But we are now focusing on Dipti and Shake.
And it's so beautiful. They just came dancing.
Yes,
with
on
all
the Indian music, Pride and
drums.
Prejudice.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
And to cherish as long as you both shall live.
Okay. Okay. Dipti?
She's like,
I hope you know how much you mean to me and the impact that you've made on my life. But no, I cannot marry you.
wow.
Damn.
I deserve somebody who knows for sure.
Wow.
So I'm choosing myself, and I'm gonna say no.
Wow. He said no. Oh, wow.
Damn, she's walking away?
Yeah, she's just walking away. Oh, wow.
He looks like he's gonna cry.
He's not the one for me. Because if he was, he would make me feel like I was the one, and he never did that.
Wow.
And
We're still good though.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Yo, this is a celebration.
Oh, wow.
This is a celebration. That's the last thing I gotta say. Let's run it. Let's run it. Here we go. Everybody up. Everybody up. Here we go.
He is still dancing.
why didn't you run after her?
I don't know. He's celebrating. I don't know what he's celebrating.
That's the thing. That's why she doesn't feel like she's the one because
Yeah.
you didn't even run after her. You said it's a celebration.
He should have gone and comforted her.
My sweetheart. I know. It's sweet that it.
We're gonna be partying through till tomorrow because I don't work till Monday. She will definitely be my friend. She'll definitely be my friend.
Sad?
Part of me is upset. Part of me is upset, but like, it's a net positive. Like overall, there's so much more positive emotion. So.
Well, he said it's a positive emotion.
Okay? Just don't worry about it.
You should have ran after her. Like I
Yeah.
guess he didn't care enough to do that.
Yeah. And she was kind of waiting outside, I think.
That's my baby. My sweetheart.
Oh, the mother is crying.
I don't know.
It's hard for the best, man. You know, she did her thing, and I would much rather be like, dude. Thank God, I didn't have to say anything. And you know, and like very transparent. I was the one that was more on the fence. Like you know what I mean? It's not a fun thing to talk about right now, but like, if I would have said yes, she would have said yes. Yeah. That's why I feel amazing. We avoided all of that. I was like, please be the one to reject me. Like I can handle it. I can take it. You know. We'll be fine.
Honestly,
He's there
right
already
now,
looking at other women.
I'm excited to just get back in the normal swing of things. I want to get back into my fitness routine.
What?
And I have reservations at Nobu on Sunday, so things are going to be good.
Oh.
I know you're good. I know you're good. You're always good. Today, she stood up for herself. And I'm so proud of her. She's not a girl who asks for a lot.
Yeah.
She's a person who cares for every single person.
So I guess
no
she
matter
just
what.
felt it.
And I think
Because the
she
way he's
deserves
acting is
that
so
connection
odd.
And full commitment and
Yeah.
a lot more of him.
Yeah.
So there's nothing more to say. That's my daughter.
You gotta celebrate life.
Yes.
And
Always be happy.
And there'll be
Myself
someone who
with
will
self-
really be
I
excited
don't
about
think
her.
he realizes what he just lost.
No.
Yeah.
And a little
He
time
will.
from now, he's gonna look back and realize that he lost the best thing of his life.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
And when that day comes, I'll be long gone.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
that's heartbreaking, but I have to see my worth and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't deserve me.
Yeah, no. Because he couldn't come out.
He did.
I think if he had come out and talked to her,
she would
she would have been like, okay, well, let's just see where this goes. If he came out, cried or something, but he didn't.
He didn't care enough to.
Wow, that was very sad.
I'm not okay.
That was shocked.
Let me just say something real quick. Cause
Yeah.
personally, at first I was like, you know, if she would have said yes, maybe give her some time, because it looks like he wants to commit.
Yeah.
That's what I was seeing. And I was thinking, maybe
that's
they
what I
could
thought too.
work it out. But you know what? We always say that to women. You know, stay with the
Yeah.
man.
Some hurtful things to me. I asked Jay,
Oh.
Jay thinking like maybe had a little bit too much to drink. And he just got really, really angry at me. Like, despite being and getting into a big fight, I still love him. And he's like still best friend.
Best friends don't treat you like that, Natalie.
I don't know.
That man has way too many outbursts. How many outbursts has he had so
At least
far?
10.
I mean, he's had like, yeah.
He's in a
just too
solid
many.
5 for sure.
It's too many outbursts he has had. I mean, yeah. Oh, he bring anything.
Shake might not have been physically attracted to Deeps, but I don't think he ever yelled or cussed at her or
No.
ran off on her.
Yeah, he didn't.
Most of the time, it's just.
I think if Dips had said yes, I think he would have said yes.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm thinking.
keep on feeling like he's playing, like, oh, you know, I'm good, because when
I
she
think
first
he
left,
knew goodness well that this was the best thing.
Yeah.
Because he was even talking about the connection. And you know, I think he wanted to say yes. But I think his pride told him, no, don't go run after her. Let's make it
Yeah.
a celebration.
Yeah.
But he don't go home and cry and drink a bottle of wine.
yeah, and then I mean, he's going to regret it at some point, I'm sure.
For sure. She just looks so sad.
And she has had these moments of extreme sadness.
Yeah.
And it's like, no,
with
it
him.
hasn't been long. I wouldn't say yes to him at all.
It was a red
This is a
flag.
man who will just, one day you're talking to him, you say, and he'll just beat the hell out of you for no reason.
Why'd you say of course?
Yeah.
It makes it seem like
And it's not okay for him to, it's not okay for
But
him to be
she's finds something
verbally
wrong.
abusive.
I do.
Okay,
What?
let's see.
Then from there, I basically said, with what you say about me, like, why would you want to marry me anyways? And I'm like, I just don't think we should get married now. And I said that.
You said that to her. It seems like you do have doubts. Like you don't want to jump into something if you know she's not fully committed.
The argument between Natalie and I just believe it stemmed from me having to prove myself all the time. Do you think I'm pretty?
Do I think you're pretty?
I'm pretty.
Are you fishing for compliments right now?
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Honestly, you gotta stop like doing that. 'Cause I'm trying to have a fun conversation.
No, you're not.
How is that proving yourself?
Actually, put it back on. I'm good. You're a piece of shit. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
It's like we all have breaking points and whatnot, and I had mine that night.
Well, also-
You're not even married yet.
But remember
It's only been
also,
2 weeks.
remember when you said after that baseball thing,
When did you know?
he was so
it
upset.
when did you know
Remember
it?
he couldn't hit the ball,
I think why
and you
it
said,
attracted
what
me
did you
to
say? You
him
said
He
he's
gonna
gonna
go home and
take
abuse.
it out
Yeah.
on her. Yeah, you said so. You're like,
But
oh
he
my
was,
God,
like,
he's
a
gonna
lot
go home
more
and be.
confident
He's gonna take out
what he
all
was
of this on her.
Because it was very weird. He was like, oh my God, I'm so upset and stuff like that.
And he
He
was
said,
so
but I
mad.
love Natalie. I
Yes.
love her. She's my everything.
So you probably went there, wanted her to comfort him. She has no idea what had happened on the baseball court. Instead of him coming all out and saying it, you're just demanding, am I pretty? Tell me I'm pretty. And it's kind of like, no, I'm not going to tell you I'm pretty.
It's
you
like
know.
you need more assurance than an effing woman.
And like,
That's not cute.
you think
to
because
me.
you're telling her she's beautiful, that's giving her assurance. But you've never asked her, what is it going to take for her to feel reassured by you?
Or feel love. Like, what's
Maybe-
her love language?
Exactly. Maybe telling her she's pretty doesn't do anything for her. Like, you know,
I see what you mean by hunched over when she was walking.
I noticed that in a lot of women always walking like, I don't know why. I don't,
Stand up.
Is there a way of trying
Stand
to be like, I'm a nice person? That's,
You look fabulous. Fabulous.
You look good, Dad.
Everything's gonna work out. I know it for a fact. You know what I was gonna say? Of all the things I've done in my life, being your dad is my greatest achievement yet.
Oh.
You really make me happy, babe. All of this.
Aww.
This is what
So
you
sweet.
want, and you decide, and we're here for you. Really. Okay?
Right?
Oh, thank God. At least they gave her that reassurance.
Do what your heart tells you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you guys are here.
Of course. My baby. My baby. Really, life is never boring with you. I love it.
Just have their one child.
We're ready.
Aw.
We're ready. Let's do this.
I think with Deep and Shake
She's
though,
my best friend.
I feel like if
feel
maybe
like I
if
could
he
talk
would have
to
said
him
yes
about
and she
everything
said
and
yes,
just everything
maybe he
about
would
him
have
just,
still
like,
been
makes me
like
feel like a
this
new person and-
with the
and
whole
Yeah.
intimacy thing. It's still
Because
making her
he
feel
looked as though
bad.
he had been reassured that, you know, it's gonna work out. You know, I have 80% of what I need, and that's good enough for me.
And I thought he
For
thought
now.
that she looked really beautiful when she walked down the aisle. Like
Exactly.
he had that
He
look in
was
his eye.
very genuine about that.
And it looked like he wanted to cry when she said no.
He looked his whole, even when he was talking to his acquaintances, he was, you know, his eyes were red.
Yeah.
But he was just like, he kept on looking around like, you know, so.
I think it is.
But then that's a lack of maturity too. Because you
Yeah.
did not allow
And you
yourself to
didn't-
truly be vulnerable.
And you didn't let your pride go to the side and
No.
go fight for what you wanted.
Exactly.
And
And that's
the thing,
what
you
she
can't have.
needed.
That's what she needed.
That's what she needed, and she will obviously see that in you. And she's someone who has a lot of, she knows who she is.
Yeah.
She knows what she's bringing to the table.
Yeah.
So she's not afraid to choose herself
Yeah. And it
and
was
walk
just
away,
sad.
you know?
Yeah. And you know, you're in there talking about this is a celebration. And then he's like, thank God you rejected me. So you're seeing all
So
that,
you
and
have
some
to
of her
avoid-
family are still there in the room.
Yeah, next door.
So
yeah.
that's like disrespectful.
Yeah. Because the father was not out there. So
No.
he can
It was
hear
just the
you.
mom, and then all the bridesmaids were there.
Mhm. So, yeah. Well, I don't know if she had bridesmaids.
She did.
Oh,
She did.
I know. I'm getting nervous.
Does his mother know? Now you're gonna get your, you're gonna take your mom through stress. You know, that's what happens after your spouse passes away, you know. Remember, the father just passed away 2 months ago or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mother is not amused.
I wonder if she knows.
I don't know.
Why is she staring?
I don't know if she's
Does the
mad.
mom know?
Yeah, because I think Natalie was talking.
My biggest fear is that after our fight, Natalie says no, and she can't let go of kind of like what happened. Natalie said yes, I'm the happiest person in the world. That's all I want in life. I'm the happiest person in the world. She said yes. Yeah, oh boy.
And then you'll be an asshole the same night, I'm sure. Because when you say yes to a man who does something emotionally abusive, it just tells him it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When somebody hurts you once, you just need to move the F on. Truly.
Oh, child.
Because then it becomes a pattern. Next thing you know, you 20, 30 years into an emotionally, mentally, possibly physically abusive relationship, and then you're wondering, like, where the fuck did the time go? You know? Then you're having to put your life together back. You know? Then you 70-something. Probably didn't get remarried.
I don't know. Natalie doesn't look like.
I pray to
amused.
God she says no.
She's just holding that flower like this and holding her little thing like this, and she's just like not.
I think she's going to finna be an ostrich. I don't know.
You know what? Like Mom said, speak from your heart. It will work out.
The
Please
mom
rise.
seems very upset. I think she talked to the mom or somebody.
Natalie doesn't look happy.
She does
This
not
is
look.
the biggest decision of my life.
She doesn't even look happy
Before
looking at
this
him.
experiment, I always led with my head, and I always ignored my heart.
Mm.
I know in my heart that I love Shane so much, and I want to work it out,
Mm.
but I'm scared.
Please be seated.
Oh, child. Okay, Natalie.
I'm already getting a
Who gives a
headache.
woman to be married to this
Where my
man?
milk and cookies at?
Jenny,
I need to get my ginger snaps.
He said, "Let's do this right."
Look the way he grabbed her hair. He was like this. Oh,
Nellie and Shane
That's the way he grabbed it though.
chose to be
Oh,
engaged.
child, this
Instead
is
of
like
their
just
lives
so
together based on
heartbreaking.
incredible emotional connection. And he decided to get married sight unseen. Now is the time to decide if love is truly blind. Shane James Jansen, you take Natalie Nina
They
Lee.
should have let Natalie go first.
You know
Because I feel like what he says will affect her
Forevermore.
decision. Hopefully he says
So hard to
no.
describe, you know, what we've been through. And I honestly, I just want you to know that I love you. I do. 1,000 times over. My best friend. And there was no one else I'd rather do this with in my entire life.
Somebody's holding the mother's hand. The mother's hand is like this. Somebody's trying to hold her hand.
Nina
She's like,
Lee. You take Shane
"Ooh,
James
child, Lord
Jansen
have mercy."
to be your husband
I know.
forevermore.
She looks pissed as shit.
Is that her sister?
Natalie, don't
My
disappoint
heart.
us. For the love of God, please don't.
I know.
I'm so glad that we've shared this journey together. I think we've grown a lot
But
as two people who have fallen in love. I know I've grown a lot because of you. But I don't.
thank God!
Woo!
Wow! Woo! Woo! Hallelujah!
No,
Hallelujah!
the mother is just like, oh,
I'm so sorry.
don't say I'm so sorry. Just leave it there.
Sorry, Sean. I still love you and you're still my best friend. Like, we have really big issues to sort through.
I know. You don't worry.
Okay.
I'm proud of my girls. I'm proud of my sisters in this film. No, 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 no. Don't run after her.
Oh, the mother.
Oh, God. Don't do it.
Just don't let the mother. have
Leave
a heart
her
attack.
alone, Shane. The parents should have ran out after him. After Natalie. No! No!
What is
Where are
going
the
on?
parents? Where are the parents to stop this abuser?
She's just going. He's just going to talk to her. What
No,
do you think he's
Mom,
gonna
no!
do?
So he can go and try to talk to her into being with him again? Listen, Mom,
Yeah,
if I say no, please
he's
run right
looking
after
for
me.
her.
Don't hesitate.
Oh, you see, that's what Dipti should have done. I said Dipti. Oh, he's hiding behind somewhere.
Really, I know. It's not your fault. I came to that, what he said. I respect it.
We can still try to work on this. I'm not closing the door on us. I just think we need.
Sure, I get you, but respectfully,
Who?
I need time to think about that, so it's up to you. Okay?
I need some time too, though. Why you go there?
Read that. I said what I said. Right? It's how I truly felt. You can stop that later if you want, but without this kind of stuff, it's fine.
So you're saying you truly felt like you hated me and I was the worst thing for you at that moment?
So do you want to do this right now?
No, I was just, is that what you were saying?
What, not fair?
I just didn't know what you meant by what you said. You truly meant those words.
I told you 100 times over I get into being like, live with myself the rest of my life with that. I can't apologize more. I felt like I apologize every single fucking time I can. And I told you I owe him and live up to it. I have to live with it the rest of my life. Okay.
Before I fight, I was 100% sure I was going to marry him today. Like, today would have looked so different. But saying that you hate someone, telling someone you're the worst thing that's ever happened to them, those cannot be unintentionally said. I thought today truly was going to be the happiest day of my life. I think it's just, I got to a point where I just emotionally cannot do it anymore.
Yeah.
Don't apologize. That's how you feel. I don't apologize for how I feel. I don't apologize for it. You don't apologize either. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know, Natalie, why you're following
I'm
him.
fucking hurt. I'm hurt, okay? I'm very hurt. I'm very sad. What else do you want to know about it, man? I said what I say.
What is wrong
I
with
don't
you?
know. I need time to process it, man. I don't know. Like it's just all blur right now. Like what's going on? I'm sorry. It's all fucking blur. Still love her. Still think she's a good person. But do you think that I'm actually gonna fucking come back to you after that kind of stuff again?
Huh?
Oh, this motherfucker think he's just.
He think he's the victim. Like this
the
man.
shit I've been talking about.
That's why she shouldn't have gone to him to be apologized.
That's what I
You
said.
are the injured
You should
party.
My heart, but I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
Girl, just shoulders
Stop
off,
punching.
pimp.
First,
Just your
I
shoulders
made
off.
the right decision for myself.
Yeah.
When
Please
I
don't
was
follow
walking
him
down
again.
The aisle with my dad, I thought about how my dad makes me feel so safe and secure.
Yeah.
And it's because I know that he always puts me in front of him,
Yeah.
and I can trust him fully.
Yeah.
And I realized I just don't have those same feelings anymore for Shane.
Yeah.
When I was standing at the altar with Shane and looking at him, I felt on edge and scared.
You better be scared.
For me, that was the moment where I was like, this
Aw.
is not it. I truly, truly loved
Dad
him,
picked up
but
her
I think
skirt.
love can only go so far.
Yeah. Because he will be a serious abuser.
Abuser. He will hit her.
First he said, I meant what I said. She said, so you meant that you hated me and I was the worst thing in your life? And he's like, and then he says, I already said sorry for that. But then he says, I don't apologize for anything, and neither should you. I meant what I said. Like, he's
So
like
he's
gaslighting.
So he's basically
It's
saying
some
that what he said
craziness.
during the argument,
I
he
can't.
meant it.
But then he changes his mind. I cannot. That is an abuser waiting to happen. He's already an
This whole
abuser.
experience
Yeah.
has definitely made me feel like I've dated the wrong way my whole life. This has changed me a lot and made me a better man. Falling in love with you has changed me as a person.
I'm hoping that they say yes to each other, but
I know Sal will. I don't know about Mallory.
you know something? At this point, I don't know who will say what. I really don't know. I don't know.
I love Mallory.
Because I don't know what had happened. Remember last time the preview?
Yeah.
Like they were saying something like, I don't know if she was talking to somebody or.
She would make the worst mistake of her life.
I think so. I just feel as though, and that's why, you know why I feel sorry for her? Like, it's sad that Sheikh could not see what was in front of him.
Yeah.
Like, she is the
Falling in
best
love has really
thing
changed me. I'm vulnerable.
for
My
him.
guard is down.
You don't get
but
to
at the
find
same
somebody
time,
like that.
I don't know if I see that
But
reciprocation
then,
from Mallory.
think about it. Remember Michelle in The Bachelorette?
Yeah.
Right? She wanted that passion
Yeah.
from that she got from Nate.
Right.
That she did not. She felt something for Brandon physically,
Right.
but it wasn't at that high level or the butterflies that it was with Nate. And she went for that.
Yeah.
As, remember Michelle, the Bachelorette?
Oh,
That's pretty much
I
what
don't
she
even want
did
to talk
too.
about her, man.
You know, that's the same thing she did too, but you know, I'm hoping and praying that, hey, Nate and her are gonna be okay. He still hasn't moved, but then, you see, I was thinking.
I think he's gonna give it at least a year or two.
You know,
Not feel like look like a total jackass.
Such a brief
So
conversation. It's a big deal.
it's tough when you can see things and they can't see
I
it,
love her and I care for her.
you know.
Mallory knows I love her.
But does she love you though? That's the question.
That is a question.
Ah,
And she's coming with.
can't believe I'm here.
See, she's coming with some flip flops too. Remember, Dipsy wore her little flip flops, so I just wonder. The person who didn't wear flip flops was that girl, Nicole Danielle, the one who said yes.
Exactly how it's supposed to.
So I don't know. I I will believe this when I see it.
I didn't know if Tiffany was going to be supportive or even just be here and be a part of us.
Who's Tiffany?
My parents and my brothers couldn't make it, but my sister's here.
Why couldn't they make it?
We haven't met
There's
her
something
parents.
that she's not telling us about her family.
We have not met the parents, right?
You worried about anything? I don't know. It fears. I don't know. Not really. I'm just, unless he changes his mind all of a sudden, which could happen. Like it's an emotional moment.
Can you say, like, right now that you love him? Like, this is a person that you love?
I do love him.
Why would they say that?
I care about him a lot. I'm excited. Like, this has been an insane journey. I'm here, and through everything I've been.
Is this the last couple? Because
no, we have Jared and we have Ayana.
I cannot.
Jared and Ayana. That's
so
the
far,
one.
it's only one couple we have, which we are like, how did that go work?
It ain't gonna work.
I am rooting for them because
free Nick somebody. Somebody go knock this door and go rescue him at night. Break in the house, anything. Ray save that man. He's in the sunken place.
Yeah.
Wow. She said she can
like
see
what makes me feel
5
really good
years,
about
10 years, 20 years.
you know. So I'm good.
Wow.
I really like that hairstyle on her for the wedding day.
I know,
Well,
that's
just me.
different, right? Well, you know, a lot of times when we have our natural curly hair.
It just looks better.
Every now and then,
I think a
you want
nice
to have
little
it
messy
straight.
bun would have been very nice on her.
Yeah, I
Like
think
her
so.
hair looks really nice pulled back.
Because she has a pretty face.
Yeah.
But I don't know why she keeps on putting her hair in her face.
But I'm excited. I'm nervous. You know.
Even that girl
I've been
too.
thinking
Remember
about
the other one I was
everything
saying?
that we've been through together. I've been thinking
Shayna.
about.
She does the same thing
You know,
too, and I don't know
good
why
and
she
bad,
does that.
How we've resolved our issues. How we've just kind of like seeing everything that Mallory
Okay,
and I
Sal,
have been
Mallory
through
said she
together,
loves
and just,
you.
You know, like I feel like at this point I want to see her. Just like I want to see how she is today, and I want to see like how I'm feeling in that moment, and then just.
He wants to see how he's feeling in that moment.
I fell in love with Mallory in the pods, and everything between the pods and now, there has been challenges with reality, challenges with our jobs, with our lives, and was it enough? I still feel undecided. I feel like I need to see her. I need to see her in her dress, and I know it's gonna be when she's coming down the aisle, but I know that when I'm there, like, and I get to hold Mallory's hands and just voice how I feel, it'll all be okay.
You're feeling more like when you see her at the altar, that's where you feel like you're gonna know how you want to move forward.
Yeah, I really think so.
Okay.
And when she sees this,
I love her and I care for her
I
so
don't
much.
know
Feel like
if
at the
this
end
is
of all
gonna
of this,
reassure her.
I will know
Even
that
the
I am
sisters are confused.
completely in tune with what I'm feeling. That's all that matters. Yeah.
And obviously we've met Mal and we feel good about Mal. Obviously we're rooting for both of you, but we're here with you every step of the way, okay?
You know, you see that girlfriend? Remember that girlfriend who came?
That wasn't his
and
girlfriend,
she
that
was
was a situationship.
Well, I don't know.
That's a
Because
pretty
obviously,
I'm about to make.
obviously now.
Oh, she looks pretty actually now. I like that.
Of my life.
It looks
Oh, they
quite well.
curled it. They curled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like the curls. I like, you know, a little bit of curls. So.
I've never made a choice this big in my life.
Maybe
I've
they
been
decided
ups and
we're not gonna get
downs all
married
day
now,
today.
You never know
but
what's
we're
up.
gonna leave
Always seems
holding
to throw me a
hands,
curveball,
and
surprise me in some
we
way.
I
are.
got a mariachi band to sing for her today.
You did?
So I hope she really enjoys it.
What are you
I'm
singing?
nervous, but
Are you saying
I'm
yes
so
or
excited.
no?
I'm excited to see
I am
you.
going to knock
I think
Sal
he's
out.
gonna comfort
Two
me.
punches.
I feel like what he usually does is like take my hand and just kind
Oh,
of
look at her. She's so
squeeze it a
nervous.
bit to reassure me that it's okay.
Feeling ready now. Feeling ready to just walk down there and see Mallory.
Keeps on saying that.
She has already changed me as a man, and I love her.
Because she changed him as a man, so you can go back to the other woman. Girl, I don't know what's going on. Look.
If
you
I
all.
get any more surprises today, I'm
Look,
just
you
gonna
all,
drop dead.
I don't know what's going on, but we're not gonna drop dead over something.
Mom,
on
listen,
TV.
after Depty and Shake, I think that one took me the
Yeah,
F
that
out.
one was
I
just
was
tough.
like, huh?
Yeah, please. I'd like you to.
guy said just keep it. Oh, they got the
Or you'll be
bed.
sweating like a pig, like Nick.
Yeah, Nick
That
was
brother
sweating.
was hot.
Once he had Danielle on the bench, he stopped sweating.
Yeah.
It was like he was just. Sometimes you just have to take the
I
plunge.
like them in all black, the bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very elegant.
Yeah.
And that's
You never
always
go
nice
wrong
because-
with black.
Because
Very
because
classy.
everybody has a black dress, right?
Yeah.
So.
Just follow your heart and everything will be fine.
Uh-oh.
She looks so good.
When she said, "Follow your heart and everything will be fine." That's and then she's crying too. Oh boy.
Maybe she's like, I can't believe I found a love like this.
No.
We're hoping.
No. The sister is smiling.
I don't have my dad to walk me down the aisle, you know.
Oh,
But
where's the
I'm
dad?
ready for that next chapter.
I don't think she. There's
Are they
something
not in
going
the
on.
country?
I'm 100% confident in my decision.
Because she said her sister has been a mother to her, so maybe they're the only two here in this country, right? Well, they're looking at each other. Did he help her up the step?
I think he did.
So handsome.
Please be seated.
Very pretty the way they
Mallory
made
Rose
that.
Zapata
Yeah.
and Salvador
Ooh.
Alviso Perez.
Ah.
You chose to get engaged and spend the rest of your lives together based on a deep emotional connection, sight unseen. Mallory, before we get your decision, please share your truth.
Share your truth. Okay.
Sal, Salita,
Oh, yeah.
Salsa.
Okay.
From the very moment I heard your voice,
Oh, she
you
wrote
felt like
something.
home. You've always made me feel comfortable, safe, and loved, even in the hardest moments when I didn't feel very lovable. You have helped me grow as a person and to be more vulnerable than I've ever been. There's so much that I love about you. Your laugh, your gift to sing, your Salisms, your smile, your thoughtfulness, your love for your family. You're a beautiful person inside and out. I'm blessed to have you in my life.
He wrote something or he didn't?
Mel, I know that I could not be standing here
Oh, Lord.
Are they holding
with
hands?
anyone else.
Mommy, those are read the paper.
Getting to know you
Oh
and
no, he
being
does have
vulnerable
papers.
with
He's
you
holding.
has literally made me a better man.
Okay.
I love you, I respect you, and I admire the person that you are. And I promise to always be my truest self for you.
She about to cry.
I love you.
Wow. He said, "I love you."
Now is the time to
Okay,
decide.
there was no buts.
Did she
This
say,
love is blind.
"I love you too"?
Salvador Alviso Perez.
Oh, she's asking me first.
Mallory Rose
Oh God.
to be your wife. To have
Let's
and
get
to
him
hold
over with because I ain't sure about this fool right
for
here.
better, for worse, to love and to cherish.
Oh
as
my
long as
God.
you both shall live.
Don't keep her waiting. Why is he looking
Oh my
down?
God. Hold on, wait. Wait.
Why is he crying?
I cannot.
What?
Oh wow.
I feel like I just need more time.
Oh, she's leaving.
Don't let her leave, Salvador.
What the fuck is going on today?
I don't know.
That's cool.
Don't
Don't
let
call
her
today.
go, Salvador.
Guys, I don't even really know what to say.
Just go see her.
I feel like I just need to talk to Mallory's loved ones and family. Like, I feel like I haven't had the time to meet a lot of you, and I just want to say, I know this was hard for all of you too. I can only give her my truest self and my most honest choice. That's why I said no today. And I just thank you for being here for us today.
Will you go talk to Mallory?
You just heard her.
Oh my god. Now Mallory's definitely not gonna be vulnerable.
Oh, Mallory.
He's gonna be like, I'm never gonna be vulnerable again. This was our most secure couple, we thought, at least.
Hey, you? What's up?
You good?
Yeah.
Maybe she just, you know.
I didn't want to make the final decision until I was here. I feel like we said everything that we needed to say. I don't feel like anything's on my chest.
In my heart, I knew that you weren't 100% sure.
Honestly now, like, I almost did take that leap with you.
Yeah.
In that moment.
I don't know what I would have said if I would have went first. I'm not gonna lie, there's a part of me that, like, maybe wanted you to say yes.
Would you have said yes to me if I said yes?
I might have. I'm tough, but I'm also, like, a fucking softie. I meant everything I've ever said to you.
Regardless of all of this, I hope that we can remain in each other's lives and...
Is that what you want? Honestly, though, like, do you want to keep, like,
dating?
Exploring a relationship with me, or, like...
Do I want to keep exploring a relationship with you?
Dating, or what, you know, like...
I just need to take a few days, yeah? Let's take some time away from all of this, and let's talk.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know, I get it.
That's what I want. I think what we should do next is go on a date. Yeah. You wanna get out of here?
Yeah.
Aw, okay.
I know that I love Sal.
Yeah.
Just so emotional.
Yeah.
I've given 100% of myself.
Yeah.
And, like, just, I don't know. I was terrified of, like, putting myself out there and getting hurt, and I don't let a lot of people in.
Yeah.
I don't know, I was, like, fully going in there expecting, like, that we were both gonna kind of be, like, on the same page about, like, connecting with one another in marriage and things like that. So, like, it's just hard to not be in your head and question, like, everything.
Let it out. Let it be. Feel it all.
And she still reached out to him. She still went back to him to be like, you know.
She wants to be with him. I don't know what the fuck happened with Sal. I don't know.
You know.
You don't even need to say anything. Really feel like she took your words to heart. I was saying I'm so glad you spoke to her family too. I thought that was really important. Very big of you. I thought that was super respectful. And it was a good call.
Yeah.
And we're not surprised that you did that. That's
Yeah.
so you.
Yeah.
Through and through. So we're so proud of you.
I don't
feel like I was being
understand.
very hopeful in that moment. I love Mallory very much, but I just needed more. I needed us to build more trust with each other. I needed more communication with one another and a better definition of what our boundaries were and honoring those boundaries for both of us. When I was there holding her hands, I knew that whatever it is that we needed more of it in that moment, and that's why I said no today.
Needed more of what? you just.
I don't know if she's going to
I can't.
trust him. It'll be so hard for me to. I mean, we can go on a date, but
I don't know if we'll be able to get to that place.
I don't know if later on when she sits back and she's like, I went back to him even though he hurt me. And he
basically
still,
said that he
like,
had
we
nothing
held
left to
hands,
say,
and then he let me go.
love him
You know,
completely
like
as
he
his
went this
whole
way and
person.
they went this way. And even though I said I'll love to date him, so she's gonna think about all of that. She's really gonna get in her head.
What he looks like.
One of the things he said, just like what you were saying, where are the parents? One of the things he said, he wants to get to know the family more. So maybe that's like, you know, a question he had, and maybe that's something that she didn't open up about. I don't know. But Sal, I think you really effed up. That's what I personally think.
Yeah.
We're together forever.
Oh God, please,
I'm
Jared.
having chest pains, man. I guess I did. I am flabbergasted.
And I think it's gonna be so easy for Mallory
To go
now
back to her old
go
ways.
to Jared and get the. Well, let me go for someone who, you know. Well, yeah. Anywho.
You're so cute.
My chest hurt, like, unbelievably.
Niggas have my life. I love Ayana to the moon and back, to infinity and beyond.
Oh, okay. He loves her for to infinity and beyond.
This even. Okay, let me just.
It's your day, man.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Interact with one another. I know that this is going to be real, and I know this is someone I can see myself with for the rest of my life.
So far, it's
This
just
is the right
one
decision for me.
very
This is the
unlikely
biggest moment of
couple
my life,
who
but
has gone through.
I've never been
That-
more
is
sure.
this
of
our
my-
Jared and
Wait,
Ayana go through, I'm
Is
just
this-
gonna
is this
leave.
our last couple?
This is the last couple, man.
He's gonna be a 40-year-old bastard. I thought Jared was gonna be at the cookout picking up babies, and that's Uncle Jared over there, you know.
This is like a perfect fit. Oh, come on, suck it in. Don't cry. I'm gonna cry. We'll get you some tissue so you won't wimp. I always say I'm a thug. I'm not a thug. I'm a thug, but I'm a thug who cries. Thugs cry too.
Hey man,
You know, like this is my moment.
Yes, it is.
Ayana's about to walk down the aisle, y'all.
Don't let me fall.
Oh my God.
Why did I feel like that reaction was so inauthentic? She's not even looking at. Well, she's looking at him now.
No, his eyes are filling up with tears. But then he does cry. quite
Very
a bit.
easily.
Oh.
Please be seated.
The father looked like he didn't want to let her go to the school.
Oh God, please don't say, are you
I'm
okay?
better now.
Okay.
Who gives this
Oh,
woman away
that's
to
right.
be
He has to say
married?
who gives this woman.
My father.
Yeah.
So extra.
I need you to take care of her
For real?
and be the best man you can be.
Okay. Oh, I guess it's happening. But he said I need to take care of her. And
Friends
be the
and
best man
family
you can be.
members, we have the pleasure of seeing these two persons present themselves before God for the purpose of being united in the holy bonds of matrimony. You chose to get engaged and spend the rest of your lives together based
One
on
of
an
his friends
incredible
rolled his eyes.
emotional connection.
One of his friends looked like this,
Jared, please take a moment and tell us what made you fall in love with each other, sight unseen.
You. I feel so understood with you. I feel so loved by you, and that has never happened. I just feel like I'm supposed to be with you. You were made for me, and I
Oh.
was made for you.
Oh.
Give me a break.
I mean, you know, she's. I just hope he does the right thing by her. Because obviously, that's who he is.
Jared?
Okay, his friends are crying.
With what tears?
Ayana, You showed me
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm able to be loved the way that I wanted to be loved. No other woman has accepted me for who I am, flaws and all. You took me and you cared for me, you nurtured me, and this all happened through walls. Through walls. And I knew that this was something that was real, something that was strong, and something that can withstand the test of time.
I don't know, it seems as though he's trying to
And I
convince
know that
himself,
it's only
but
gonna get better.
I just
I
hope
can't
he
wait to
does.
spend the rest of my life with you.
Okay.
That's incredible. Ayana,
Even the
Jerry,
father's like, this don't
you
look right.
stand together in the presence of God.
Yeah,
to
he doesn't
decide
seem
whether to
amused. I don't know.
The
life
father don't
together
seem amused.
as husband and wife. Now is the time to decide if love is truly blind.
It better be.
Jared, do you take Ayana to be your lawfully wedded wife, to live together in the holiest state of matrimony, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Extra.
Ayana, do you take Jared to be your lawfully wedded husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him?
What the
So
fuck the
long
woman
as
got
you
come
both
from the
shall
man?
live?
I'm so sick of this crap.
It's just,
Is he
I
a
just
baby or a
hope
grown ass man?
when he needs comfort.
I do.
Well, let's just be happy.
I'm sick of this shit. I just. Why?
Oh, they jumped over the broom. Oh.
Everybody, I now present
Why is he looking?
and Mrs. Jerry Jones.
All right, now they're about to come do their dancing. All right. Okay. They're about to go do their party.
So all the couples we were sure about did not get married, and the ones that we knew were not going to get married got married. Ain't this some?
No, I felt as though Ayana and Jared will, but I was hoping that he will say no or she will say no. But I don't think,
Exactly. Glad we're on the same page.
because I didn't think that he was good for her. But evidently she does, and her mom is on board. So hey, we'll go from there.
I just married the woman of my dreams. I'm on top of the world right now. Cloud
Okay,
nine.
so cloud nine.
You so
Okay.
goddamn fine. I ain't touched you and hugged you forever. I met my damn wife through a wall. Not too many people can say that. Not too many people can understand that. But it happened. I'm a married man. I'm a husband. I'm gonna wear this shit with pride.
Okay, down Jared. Hopefully.
I'm gonna make you so fucking happy.
Okay.
You're gonna make her so happy, but your ass can come home before 3
I don't
a.m.
know, let's see.
Okay.
Shit.
6 weeks ago, I was completely single, and now I'm like a whole married woman. I'm a whole wife. This is the beginning of our journey. We have
How do you
so
see the
much more to do,
reunion?
but oh my god,
Well,
this is a
good
great
for
start.
you. Well, she's happy,
I wonder if he would have married her if he knew Mallory didn't get married today.
I mean, he may know and still decides I'm gonna marry her.
Why did you show us
I
that?
love Shane. I know that we will both recover from this moment, and maybe things will bring us back once we sort through our big issues, or
Oh,
maybe
she's
we'll
hoping.
go down separate paths.
I hope
and that's
you do,
okay.
Natalie.
And
Yeah.
it's not saying that the experiment didn't work. It did. I fell in love. For me, the door's still open if he wants it to be.
What?
Yeah, that would be a wrong idea.
It just wasn't right today.
Somehow he's the victim. That's my issue with him.
He
He
will
will
always
make
be
everything
watching.
about him being the
Like,
victim.
it's just all blur right now. Like, what's going on?
Why they got him looking
Sorry.
like this?
Sorry, it's all-
Like,
I'm very sad. well, guess what, though? I mean, I believe in it. Love is blind. I mean, I fell in love with her without even seeing her. And I still love her, but at the end of the day, if it was meant to be, it was meant to be. So it happened for a reason.
I can't believe Sal. This one really
I
just.
love Mallory very much, and I can only give her my truest self and my most honest choice.
What does that mean?
Not having that familial support is difficult. When I was in the pods with Mallory, I fell in love with her. But I feel like there's more outside of that. But is love blind? Absolutely. I fell in love with that girl.
It's not like we get one more try. This story that we can't rewrite.
There's a bittersweetness to it because this day showed me that I do want to get married.
Good for you. You find your person.
I feel like there is somebody out there for me. This is maybe the only rejection from a girl that I can be totally okay with and happy for her.
He's an idiot.
I'll find my person.
Yes,
It's
you
not
will.
shady.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's even being an ass right
I have
now.
no fucking regrets.
Woo!
But I guess love isn't always blind.
Yeah.
Introducing Mr. and Mrs. Nick and Danielle.
Because he was even acting like an ass. Like, this is the only rejection from a girl that I can be okay with. He is so hurt that he can't. He don't even want to pray. He don't even want to go there. He wants to be
that's someone
oblivious.
who is still not vulnerable.
6
like
weeks ago,
I ain't gonna have time for that. He's not grown yet.
Yeah.
This is more than all of my dreams come true. Love is blind.
He needs a
We
few
proved that
hurts
so many
to come
different
his way
ways.
for him to
I
get a
cannot
little
believe it,
mature.
but this experience worked.
And now we're very happy and we have the rest of our lives to look forward to.
Can I roll my eyes any harder?
All right.
I just got married to the most beautiful
Okay.
woman in the world. You see her?
Alright.
She had me waiting at the altar for too damn long before she said I do. But listen, this shit is well worth it.
Alright, baby.
Oh my God.
I imagine my future with Jarrett, us with 3 kids, and just continuing to love each other.
I need the reunion because something ain't right in the water.
I couldn't be happier. It just
Well,
goes to
that's
show
who
that
she
love is truly
chose,
blind.
and you
The
know, I
best
just
part?
hope he does right by her because
Because we're in it. For the long haul.
One and done. One and done. You can't take us nowhere. We're still. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well,
Please
let's
tell me
see
there's
what
gonna be a reunion.
I don't know. Let's see. March 4th, next week Friday. A new episode. Where's the
Maybe that's a reunion. I pray to God that's a reunion, y'all.
No, hold on. Let's see. Don't turn it anywhere. Let's see. Interesting. Oh, they have an Indian matchmaking thing. Okay, well, all right. So that's going to be March 4th. But they said new episode. So I
March
wonder
4th.
if that's a new season.
Oh, wait.
I wonder if there's going to be a preview.
Oh, wait.
You're doing season 1. Go down after it says season 2. Go back. No. Yeah. Oh, trailers and more. Why don't you go down? Go down.
No,
on the left side.
No, okay, I'm good. The reunion is actually March 4th.
Yes, so that's what you're looking for, yeah. Yes, okay.
All right now.
But click on that, let's see, do they say anything? Like, do they do any previews of what's gonna come?
I don't think so. They would have done.
Like, click on it and see.
I'm clicking on it, nothing's happening.
Okay.
Oh, we will be back March 4th.
Yes. Oh, go down to trailers and more under season 2. No, under the left, the trailers and more. Click on that. It's 5 videos. Like, what are the 5 videos?
Dating is not for the faint of heart, and I can't even imagine
no.
being single now.
Oh, okay. That's something else.
All right.
Oh.
Anyway, but yeah, y'all, that was quite a
Next
bit.
week we'll see the reunion. Ooh, that is going to be something.
Yes. I want to see who got back together. I want to see who got divorced.
Yeah.
And we're going to see who lost their life. No, I'm kidding.
Or see who's pregnant. Ayana might get pregnant right away.
I don't.
It was going to be
I
very
ain't gonna say
interesting.
nothing because I ain't got nothing nice to say.
It'll be very interesting. I mean, they're married now, so all you can do, it's kind of like when someone gets pregnant with a baby.
You can
that's
hope for
unplanned.
divorce.
All you can do is say, "Well, wish you the best." That's the same thing with marriage. If she has made that decision, she wants Jared to be her person, and he has made that decision. His father has married them. Hopefully, all that will help him be like, okay, I gotta grow up and stop going to the club. He told his sister he's not doing that anymore. He's not gonna do that anymore. So
He didn't answer.
Oh, actually,
I
just
saw
said
that.
like that. He was
Yeah, he ain't answer.
So hey.
I don't trust that fool.
So that was all that occurred.
Yeah,
Oh,
yo.
you have to turn that down. The volume. That's way too loud.
Oh yeah. But yes,
So,
y'all. It is Mary.
And
thank
thanks
you
for
for watching.
joining us.
We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment.
Thank you again. We'll be back.
Bye.